Well, the local community, Cuban community here in Louisville tells us this incident is not a representation of how they're trying to make change. WHAS 1119's Isaiah Kim Martinez covered a protest at the Big Four Bridge tonight, and he heard about their opinions about what happened at the Louisville jail. Isaiah?
Well, Doug, in speaking to a few of the hundreds who gathered for that rally, they told me that while they're in full support of the Free Cuba movement, they will do it peacefully, which is why they continually try to disassociate themselves with the crash that happened just behind me several hours ago.
On the side of the truck there was Patria y Vida, which after a rough translation standing for homeland and life.
These two words have become a rallying cry for change within the Cuban community. But as far as this one truck and one action, many local activists say they refuse to let the crash be associated with their movement.
One thing that I can tell you is Cubans, we are people that follow the law.
Yes.
And until we know exactly what happened, we cannot speak on that.
Questions remain unanswered on why a man drove his car into Louisville Metro Corrections Tuesday afternoon. Cubans and Cuban Americans here say while they're not sure, this rally of hundreds by the river was its own separate, peaceful plan.
We are not violent. This is, if you can see, people are dancing, are singing, they are praying.
And in some cases, chanting, and even crying. Just a few hours later, and a few miles from downtown, we saw yet another community remember their roots.
We are here to stand with our people because our people are suffering. They want freedom. They do not have the resources to fight back. It's been over 60 years.
And show support for their families in Cuba protesting against the current regime. Some of the biggest demonstrations in decades. Flags, face paint, and chants of Viva Cuba Libre, meaning long live free Cuba.
We need this to end. We need to be able to go back to our roots and show our kids where we came from.
They say there's no better time, but the way they make their voices heard is the key. Two of the organizers were the Cuban American Association of Kentucky as well as El Cubano, which is a publication for Kentucky's Latin community. They tell me this is the largest movement for this specific Free Cuba purpose they've seen here in Louisville, even bigger than the 900 they estimated showed up to Shively Park last weekend or this past weekend. Doug.